Weekly forecast and predictions for Mesha Rashi from 31st July to 6th August. Despite it being the end of the month, your creativity zone on Thursday and Friday is an ideal time for starting adventurous things. From a new romance to starting an artistic project, you will be able to express yourself and your emotions more intensely in every single aspect. Just let the energy and excitement out. However, you will have a major reality check as your ego gets a bit of downgrading over the next few days as the Jupiter retrograde will be setting up. Take a good hard look at yourself to see who you are and where you stand to be in this life. This week ends on a pleasurable note when planets align in a positive position, thereby enhancing your pleasure and creativity. You might discover that expressing yourself in artistic ways may lead to success as well. Paramedical staff, automobile engineers, chemists and druggists will see a huge rise in their growth and demand. Chanting Dhanvantari Stotra, Sita Ashtottara and Somya Kalikastava will enhance your valor and morality. The lucky numbers for Mesha Rashi people this week will be 11, 23 and 45. Lucky color will be aqua blue color. And the lucky tip that needs to be followed is keep a couple of mercury balls after proper energization and customization in your cash box on Tuesday evening. Weekly forecast and predictions for Vrishabha Rashi from 31st July to 6th August. Your week begins with some family drama, especially on Monday and Tuesday. Nosy relatives might try to put a damper on your passion. Fiery rage and stubbornness could get the better of you, so walk away from unpleasant discussions and situations before they get messy. Prepare for some serious personal development, especially on Wednesday and Thursday. During this particular lunar cycle, you will get in touch with your inner child in search of safety and security. Find ways to nurture and protect yourself, even if it means dealing with your family trauma. The last week of July brings a period of endings, especially when the Jupiter goes into retrograde. Your subconscious zone will be highly activated on Thursday. You might have to burn a bridge or two in order to heal. Retreat into your private space to deal with these big feelings. Reciting Dwarakanatha Stuti, Shukra Ashtottara and Jagannatha Stotra will give great sense of fulfillment and mental belief. Lucky numbers for Vrishabha Rashi people this week will be 36, 59 and 88. Lucky color will be cherry red color. And the lucky tip that needs to be followed is, starting from Sunday, perform 12-step Surya Namaskaram for 48 days with the guidance of a proper guru or pandit. Weekly forecast and predictions for Mithuna Rashi from 31st July to 6th August. This week begins with a fun note and positive, pleasant communication. You have a lot of big ideas for starting a variety of new passionate projects. While your mind is going a mile a minute, put brakes for all your thoughts and think once again whether all these ideas are realistic and practical or not. Midweek, you will find out who your friends and who are not, especially when the Jupiter goes into the retrograde motion. Over the next few weeks, you will learn that those casual friendships you made don't have your back. Focus more on how you can help the humanity rather than focusing on how you can help yourself. Break away from the traditions during the weekend and you are encouraged to do what you want to do and learn what you can learn. There isn't one correct way to go through in the life. Mistakes are always learning lessons and look forward to improvise yourself in the next attempt. Reciting Mahakali Stotra, Parthasarathi Ashtottara and chanting 801st to 900th divine name from Rama Sahasranamam will give great results this week. Lucky numbers for Mithuna Rashi people this week will be 23, 44 and 61. Lucky color will be forest green color. And the lucky tip that needs to be followed is feed a brown colored cow with soaked chickpeas or Bengal gram on Thursday. Weekly forecast and predictions for Karkataka Rashi from 31st July to 6th August. It will be a rough day for friendships and long-term alliances, especially on Tuesday and Wednesday. It might be difficult to get along on the same page with a particular person, especially when it comes to the matters of values and ideals. You could realize that this particular person is not a friend at all. While it is very tempting to treat yourself, it is more important to use the power of moving planets to set a practical financial goal during the midweek. The moon in your value zone encourages you to be patient and getting what you want rather than going into the debt with it. Thursday also brings a harsh reality check when Jupiter goes into the retrograde motion in Meena Rashi, which happens to be your fortune zone. The goals that you have set for yourself might not work out the way you have expected. While you may get knocked down, remember to regroup yourself and not give up. You just need to take a different approach. Reciting Varadaraja Stotra, Harivayu Stuti, and Mukambika Ashtottara will increase your luck and fortune points. Lucky numbers for Karkataka Rashi people this week will be 22, 56, and 99. Lucky color will be sunshine yellow color. And the lucky tip that needs to be followed is perform Pradosha Puja on the next upcoming date at the abode of Lord Shiva and keep 5 bilva leaves in your cash box. Weekly forecast and predictions for Simha Rashi from 31st July to 6th August. This week, strut around like a royalty and let everyone hear you roar. This is a great week to get creative and work on your appearance to bring you some major confidence. Focus on feeling good in your own skin and remember that you are a born leader. However, it isn't all good vibes on Wednesday and Thursday because Jupiter turns retrograde in Meena Rashi. With the planet of luck moving in the backwards in your challenge zone, you might make some unpleasant discoveries about your long-held beliefs. Open your stubborn mind and realize that you are not always right. Fortunately, this week ends on a positive note, encouraging you to hit the road to fulfill your wanderlust. This is a great week to discover the gift of travel, to learn more about yourself and the world. Reciting Shiva Kavacham, Gayatri Mantra, and selected stanzas from Nalayar Prabandham will enhance your wisdom and pragmatism. Lucky numbers for Simha Rashi people this week will be 33, 48, and 96. Lucky color will be dark orange color. And the lucky tip that needs to be followed is practice chanting Om Karam every day 21 times before sunrise with the proper guidance of a spiritual master. Weekly forecast and predictions for Kanya Rashi from 31st July to 6th August. This week, be careful who you trust, especially on Tuesday, an unpleasant period of time where you will discover the sneakiness of other people. What someone says in private might not be the same what they say in public, so you need to read between the lines, especially in every conversation. Keep your own feelings close to your chest. Spend Thursday recharging your emotional batteries. Stay away from public eye and find pleasure and emotional healing in creative pursuits. When in doubt, don't forget to seek the guidance of a spiritual advisor or mentor. Change isn't always easy. In fact, you may have to deal with some growing pain, especially when Jupiter goes into retrograde motion in Meena Rashi, which also happens to be your transformation zone on Thursday. Spend the next few weeks learning to let go of the past, or it may haunt you for a long time. Learn to be brave. Reciting Karakadhara Stotram, Buddha Ashtottara, and Arjuna Vishada Yogam from Bhagavad Gita will give tremendous confidence and higher purpose for life. Lucky number for Kanya Rashi people this week will be 18, 37, and 60. Lucky color will be ghost white color. And the lucky tip that needs to be followed is bring home a customized and energized Pratyangira Yantra and place it in the topmost corner of the southwest of your home. Weekly forecast and predictions for Tula Rashi from 31st July to 6th August. This week begins on an alarming note. Tuesday could bring up some serious relationship drama. What you say with your friends in public could hurt you with your lover in privacy. Keep the pillow talk private to avoid any kind of drama. Do some serious networking during the midweek and try to stabilize your social zone on Thursday. You will be the life of any party, so use your social connections to get ahead while having fun in the process. Your charm and social grace will make the wheeling and dealing even more easier. However, there might be some potential heartbreak in your relationships when Jupiter goes into the retrograde motion in Meena Rashi, which also happens to be your health zone, especially on Thursday. You might have to learn to work as a team or to break it off. There is a strong possibility of conflict and competition as you stop making love and start making war. Reciting Channakeshava Ashtottara, Madhurashtakam, and Shukra Kavacham will bring peace, balance, and harmony. Lucky numbers for Tula Rashi people this week will be 12, 29, and 72. Lucky color will be arsenic grey color. And the lucky tip that needs to be followed is bring home a new silver or Panchaloha Lakshmi Narayana idol on Thursday and perform Panchamrita and Panchasukta Abhishekam to these idols on Friday with the guidance of an expert Pandit or Purohit. Weekly forecast and predictions for Vrishchika Rashi from 31st July to 6th August. The start of the week brings a strong possibility of relationship conflicts due to the fiery planetary conjunctions on Tuesday. Avoid inadvertent blurting out and casual, irresponsible talk on Tuesday and Friday. A passionate affair could go down in flames if you value your work more than your loved ones. Learn the art of balancing the professional and personal life properly. Still, you have a lot of goals to achieve in this next lunar cycle, and you are ready to get started during the next phase, which is activating your career zone and your career sector on Thursday. Whether you are starting a new job, business, or project, you will have the drive to make it all happen. As you are hustling and grinding throughout the week, remember to take care of your mental health, especially when Jupiter enters in the retrograde motion in Meena Rashi, which happens to be your thought zone. Over the next few weeks, you might get burned out by working too hard or hurting yourself by moving too quickly. Prepare a work chart matching your energy levels and find a balance. Reciting Subramanya Bhujanga Stotra, Durga Kilakam, and Angaraka Ashtottara will give courage and confidence. Lucky numbers for Vrishchika Rashi people this week will be 4, 28, and 77. Lucky color will be thistle purple color. And the lucky tip that needs to be followed is on Wednesday, clean all the corners of your house by dusting and mopping and spread the lilac fragrance and enjoy the ambience. Weekly forecast and predictions for DHANUR Rashi from 31st July to 6th August. Start the new lunar cycle by going on an adventure this midweek. The moon in your expansion zone makes it an ideal day to go on a trip and explore the world even if you're not physically traveling that much. Stretch your imagination and it will take you to some amazing places. However, be careful about your methods of escapism, especially when Jupiter, your ruling planet, goes into retrograde motion in Meena Rashi, which also happens to be your pleasure zone on Thursday. You will quickly discover that there can be too much of a good thing. Don't take any gambles at the moment. They might backfire on you in unpleasant ways. However, you will still have plenty of opportunities for adventure during the weekend. Continue to follow your beliefs because they will lead you to great pleasure and excitement in the long run. Reciting Guru Padaka Stotra, Dattatreya Ashtottara, and Vaishno Devi Stuti will cleanse your karmic debts and make way for new beginnings. Lucky numbers for DHANUR Rashi people this week will be 32, 63, and 88. Lucky color will be asphalt black color. And the lucky tip that needs to be followed is on Thursday, seek forgiveness from those who you might have hurt in the past or insulted in the past. Weekly forecast and predictions for Makara Rashi from 31st July to 6th August. The end of the month and beginning of a new week happens to be a time of empowerment. You are ready to light a fire in your life in the best possible way when your transformation zone is hugely impacted by planetary movements. The moon is encouraging you to start making impactful changes in your life. Even some baby steps can lead to a powerful rebirth. However, you might have to deal with some family drama when Jupiter goes into retrograde motion in Meena Rashi and your sibling zone on Thursday. Over the next couple of months, you will have to learn some tough lessons about your private life. Self-care is a must, especially when childhood trauma comes into surface. If you have been having trouble in setting boundaries in your relationships, try being reasonable, especially on Wednesday when Buddha in Simha Rashi will be aspecting Shani in Kumbha Rashi. Don't hesitate to put your ego aside in intimate conversations. Reciting Panchamukhi Anjaneya Stotram, Bala Tripura Sundari Ashtakam, and Sadguru Bhajan will give remarkable strength and character. Lucky numbers for Makara Rashi people this week will be 18, 55 and 87. Lucky color will be watermelon pink color. And the lucky tip that needs to be followed is perform Sindhura Alankaram Seva or beetle leaves garland Seva to Lord Anjaneya on Saturday. Weekly forecast and predictions for Kumbha Rashi from 31st July to 6th August. The new moon phase and planetary movements in your partnership zone creates a great time for romance on Thursday, encouraging you to strengthen your existing partnerships. It is an ideal time to take your all relationships to the next level. Jupiter's retrograde in Meena Rashi on Thursday would feel very much like that of Mercury's retrograde. The planet of success moving backward in your communication zone could leave you tongue-tied. Miscommunications and delays will be a part of the course for the next few months, and you have trouble speaking your thoughts. Learn to communicate with tact rather than blunt honesty. Partnerships could be difficult to form, especially when Buddha in Simha Rashi will be aspecting Shani in your sign. You might not be able to forge an ideal relationship or partnership because someone just can't grow. If you both can't act like adults, it is better to leave the alliance. Reciting Narasimha Karavalamana Stotram, Shani Ashtottara, and Vasudha Stuti will give clarity and success. Lucky numbers for Kumbha Rashi people this week will be 21, 30, and 103. Lucky color will be dark blue color. And the lucky tip that needs to be followed is bring home an energized and customized wealth bowl on Friday and place it in the southeast corner of your puja room. Weekly forecast and predictions for Meena Rashi from 31st July to 6th August. After doing the same old routine for many days and many weeks, you might realize that your life lacks a little excitement. A certain inertia and stagnancy is dangerously setting deep inside, and shrug it off before it is too late. You might earn to shake it up, but be careful. Don't create drama just because you are bored. It might be just the time to set a healthy routine that will help you through the next lunar cycle and draw the best energies from the nature, especially on Wednesday and Thursday. The moon in your habit zone encourages you to develop habits that will boost your productivity and self-discipline. You might want to develop some better spending habits when Jupiter goes into retrograde motion in Meena Rashi, which happens to be your value zone on Thursday. Over the next few weeks, you could learn a hard lesson in financial responsibility. Learn the value of what you buy, which means you have to stop impulsively buying things that you don't need. Reciting Bilvashtakam, Brahaspati Kavacham, and Hayagriva Stotra will give tremendous insight and wisdom. Lucky numbers for Meena Rashi people this week will be 97, 98, and 99. Lucky color will be rainbow color. And the lucky tip that needs to be followed is perform Guru Shanti Homam at the abode of Navagraha temple or your favorite Guru Sannidhanam and follow the instructions carefully for the next 49 days. For astrological consultations and astro-related queries, please contact our support team at pureprayer.com or on the below given numbers.